let's go back over this. So what we're looking at, as I was saying, I want you guys, okay, there it is. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, what I want you guys to know is not every trade is a winning trade, right? Although we haven't lost this trade yet. At 86, I do get stopped out and I will take the loss then. But no matter what, we're still up for 2.5 weeks. That's why I'm doing this. Anyways, I wanted to keep this transparent. So this way, I kind of don't mind if I lose this trade because that'll show people that are watching that not every trade's a winner. A lot of people out there are not going to show you their losses. They act like they win every trade. If they're not showing their losses, they are probably losing more than they're winning, right? Just to put that out there. So now let's go over what I was talking about. Right here, what I'm looking at is a possible ascending triangle with a top of about 84.8. Remember, this 83.5 resistance has been pretty heavy, right? If we get above this and start opening and closing candles, I'm looking for this 84.8 as a rejection area. If it gets above there and gets support on the top of this, then we're looking for as high as 88.9. That would be probably some point this weekend, right? The 15th, tomorrow maybe, if that was to play out. But our bearish side is that the 83.5, it gets rejection here again. If it does, then we're going to come down, break this trend line, and then go to our lower targets. Either way, I'm still looking at these lower targets as a huge possibility. But as of right now, we pretty much got to sit and wait and see what the stock markets do. Because as you guys know, I think the stock markets usually will do a 10 o'clock reversal, right? So if they're green at 10 o'clock, they'll usually reverse. If they're red at 10 o'clock, they'll usually reverse. Now on Fridays is a pump day for the markets usually, right? They try to rally on Fridays. We'll see if they're able to do that today. If they are, then Bitcoin will probably follow. But if it does a 10 o'clock reversal, then Bitcoin will probably follow that also. Looking at the big picture, I'll go over this in a minute. I know you guys couldn't hear when I was going over this stuff, but as of right now, guys, this came down a long ways, right? It should get a bounce. Will the bounce continue today? That's possible. Nobody knows until we see what happens towards the end of the day. But look for that 10 o'clock reversal. It's a good possibility here. Now, if it rallies past 10 o'clock, then it's probably going to rally or at least end the day in the green, right? But it's dropped a lot here, guys. The RSI is very low. We could get down and get a tap on this, but you know, that might be after a relief rally, maybe up around the 41.9 area, maybe $1,000 in the next few market opens. We'll keep a close eye on that. But the measured move from the fall of this rising channel is about 38.6. Dow Jones, you guys know my thoughts on that. So looking for possibly a rally back up to the 17.8. If it gets back in this channel, it could go to as high as, this is the NASDAQ, as high as 18.4, depending on how long this rally lasts, right? If it does continue. But as you can see here in the charts, the RSI actually looks like it's resetting pretty quickly for some more downside, but we'll see how this plays out. But today's going to be a big deal on what Bitcoin does this weekend, right? Stock markets end green, then it's probably going to be a good weekend for Bitcoin. If stock markets end in red, it's probably going to be a bad weekend for Bitcoin. But again, right now what we're doing is watching this 83.5 range to see if it gets rejected again. That should be huge resistance. It is beating it up, and usually the more something gets beat on, obviously it breaks through, but we'll see what happens. This should be pretty strong resistance here. All right, on to the chat. So what's happening, guys? Let me do this a little bit better. Open up the chat so I can actually see. Hope everyone's having a great morning, and I hope everyone has a great weekend. Can you hear me? Somebody's saying they can't hear me? El Macho? Oh, okay, you can hear me. Again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. And let me see something here we got here. Yeah, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. I do appreciate it. There's 76 people in here. Not sure how many likes we got. Does it say? see. All right, this is key, guys. This 83.4. Let's go into a smaller time frame. I'll go into the 15-minute here. Let me get this stuff out of the way, and we're going to make some fib measurements and look at what's going on here. So I did something pretty interesting over here. If I take these fibs from this top right here, right, and bring it all the way down to this bottom, just to show you how fibs and volume work. So if you look over here, this is right at a high volume node. That's how you know you got your fibs right. And this one here is lined up perfectly on this high volume node. This high volume node is your 0.618, and that's your highest high volume. So a major retrace from here could get you as high as 96 if this is the bottom. But again, this could move down, get our bottom that I still believe we're going to get before, you know, a big rally or a big relief rally, in my opinion. Same thing, you can see these fibs still line up good for your highs and lows, right? So if that's the case, you get to this 66, you could get a rally all the way back up to the low 90s before continuing to the downside. Now, let's take a look at the bigger charts real quick just to show you. You can see this rising wedge here, right? You can see when it broke down. This was in 2021. And then you can see over here, we look like we're making the same pattern pretty much, right? You can see also if we go into, let's go into the weekly chart, you can see the bearish divergence here back in 21. You can see the bearish divergence here right now. That's not to say we can't make another high, but we have broken the parabola just like we broke over here, but we did play around on it for quite a while before we actually broke over here. I guess I could put this down like this, and once we broke, we actually broke. So if that's the case, if you look, the EMAs are even in the same place as where this all happened. Right here, they're all bunched up just like they are now. Once it broke through, look at the 55 EMA. Once we broke the 55 EMA, that became resistance, although it got one more push up later on in the summertime, it would be here. But we're going to keep a super close eye on this, guys, and see what happens. Another thing, there's people talking about bullish divergence here, right? Right here. But if we look back over here, same type thing, right? If we go from this low to this low to this low, we also had bullish divergence, so, or hidden bullish divergence. So just be cautious, be careful with that stuff. Because these charts can move a lot, especially in the higher time frames. Before you know, you don't want to day trade on a weekly chart, right? So see what's on with the chat. Looks like a W bottom, somebody said. I mean, it's possible, but again, this is resistance until it isn't. As of right now, it is still resisting at the 83.5. What are traditionals doing? Traditionals are going down, guys. It could definitely get the 10 o'clock reversal. We were up over 200 on the Dow a little bit ago. We're up 100 now, so it's going to be real. I am super curious what's going to happen here. The trade may turn around and get back in the positive. We'll see. But like I said, I'm trying to show you guys how I trade, when I move my stops, all that, and just to show you my technique. I'm not so much a day trader. I don't get in and out of trades all day. Although sometimes I do, but I'm more of a swing trader. I like to be in a trade for days, sometimes weeks. You know, that's swing trading, not trying to catch every little tiny move and sit in front of the computer for 20 hours a day. That's just not what I want to do. What's up, Doom? Good morning to you. So, is anybody in any trades right now? Curious. I want to find out what everybody's doing right here. So, I guess we can do it this way. Hit the 1 if you're in a trade right now. And after that, we'll do something else. So, hit the 1 if you're in a trade right now. Hit the 0 if you're not in a trade right now, so I can see what's up, and then we'll go from there. Played the bounce on alts, 50% closed here. We can do the stopped out last night harmonic. We can check the alts real quick. So XRP, you can see it's heavy resistance in this channel right here. Will we get a pop up above that? Time will tell. We'll see what all the markets do today, because these are going to follow whatever the markets do. This actually looks like a bear flag me on here. One, there are some people in trades. Thanks for the video, Craig. Still in my short. Right on, Al. Crypto Mac played this trade on Sonic. Shorting Soul with type stops. Yeah, here, looking at ADA right now. I mean, this could pop up too, but it's starting to look like this is bear flagging out right here, and that would give you a measured move of approximately, this is approximate, quick, about 43 cents, getting closer to our 31. But if it pops up here, I would just look for a small pop. If it does pop up here past the 74, you might see 90 cents in this. But remember, anything below here is still bearish. Once it pops above here and gets and confirms support, then you can be bullish on it. Ethereum, still super bearish unless it can get above this 2257. Still looking for 1500. Litecoin's been getting bounces off its support here. So until it breaks, which it probably will, because it'll probably do the same thing Ethereum did. Usually they look a lot alike, but we'll see what happens. As of right now, it's still bullish up to the 200 EMA, about 90 bucks. So it looks like some people are in short, some people are in waiting for consumer sentiment to take a side. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what happens here, right? I may thinking about moving my stops down, but with this high volume node here, I think I want to keep it because they can wick it all the way to 85.8, 85.9. Depending again on what the stock markets do. Back up 192. What time is it? We got about 12 minutes till 10 a.m. and let's see if the markets do a reversal. Real curious to see what happens here today. It is Friday. Like I said, on Fridays, typically, depending, obviously, market conditions are kind of weird right now, but typically on a Friday, especially at the end of the day, they like to try to rally the market. Shorting Soul with tight stops, waiting on sentiment. So, if you are trading, what are you trading? And do you want to look at any charts real quick? We did our first members yesterday. Obviously, it was the first one trying to get all this stuff set up. I finally think I got it pretty much set up the way I want to do it. So if you are a member, I will be doing probably on Mondays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or Tuesday and Thursdays, we'll do member evening chats. So they'll be kind of like this, but for members only. Nice full divergent 4 hours on stocks, 2 days. Nice bullish in 4 hours. Some stock for 2 days. I don't understand what you're saying. Are you saying there's nice bullish divergence on the 4 hour on Bitcoin? Here's the 4 hour in Bitcoin. I don't really see any bullish divergence. If I see anything, it's some hidden bearish divergence here, but obviously it's not confirmed yet. So again, let's see what happens at that 10 o'clock. If we get a market reversal. Oh, like QQQ. I got you. Let's yeah, I mean there's definitely some divergence here if we went up into, well, no, there's no divergence really here unless you're looking at it way back here, right? But the RSI is getting a nice little push up here. Let's see what happens. It could definitely go a little bit lower. Oh, I prefer to swing trade too. Can you touch on your entry? Do you ladder in with limit orders or all in market? It depends. But I do ladder into my trades a lot of times. And like I said, in the Discord, you can join the Discord. The link's down below. I do post when I enter trades, when I ladder more in, or when I move my stops. I post it all in the Discord so everybody can see exactly what I'm doing in real time. I post it on Twitter too, but not so much in real time every time, right? Especially if we're chatting in the Discord. So. And Discord is a lot more detail. And it's all free. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, Skip. See what these are doing. Market's still rallying up. They definitely, I mean, it obviously wouldn't surprise me if it got a relief rally. This is a pretty big dip, right? Usually after big dips, you know, you're gonna get some kind of rally, right? That was a pretty big sell-off. Not quite as big as this one. Could it end up being like this? Definitely a possibility, but something I want to show you here. Obviously, this is the 2020 crash, right? But if you look at this, it looks like it just dropped. But if you zoom in on the daily, right? Even during the 2020 March 2020 crash, you guys, most of you should know what that was. But even in that, see, you had green days, right? Green days, look like the market was bottom, look like the market was bottom, look like the market was bottom, right? Look at these gaps down here. This gap at 20. Anyways, just wanted to show you guys that. So there's going to be up days even when markets are crashing. They don't just go straight down in red candles forever, right? Same thing with Bitcoin. It's not going to continue down in one green candle forever. I think everybody expects that when I show measured moves and stuff. That's not how it works. QQQ 4 hours, small bullish divergence, short term positive, I think. Let me know. All right, Doom, hold on a second. I'll get in that. QQQ, let's go over here. Yeah, same thing. I mean, look at that. It's due for a pullback. it's got to pull back up at some point here. 4 hour. I'm in the 4 hour. Zoom in. Look at it. Yeah, obviously you got some. This isn't so much bullish divergence, if this is what you were talking about here. This is more exaggerated divergence, which is bullish, right? But it's not as bullish. It's usually smaller moves. And if you look here, not confirmed, but it is looking like it's showing higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action, which is hidden bearish divergence. And it is a downtrend, so hidden divergence has much more power in a downtrend than a bullish divergence. Hidden divergence is more powerful than regular when it's going with the trend. Seems like a lot of moon boys hang out in there. I'm in your Discord, but to be honest, I get annoyed with the haters posted in there. There's not so much of the haters posted in there anymore. I mean, everyone has an opinion, right? We let them put their opinions in, but obviously, if they get out of hand, then we get rid of them. But if they're just sharing their opinion, it's their opinion. Everybody has their opinion. It's a market. It can go up. It can go down. If everybody thought the same, the market would go in one direction forever, right? Yeah, that was what I talked about. All right, Doom. That's what I thought. Anybody else have any charts they want to look at real quick? I'm going to try to stick around to at least 10 o'clock and see if we get a reversal. We'll zoom into the smaller time frames on the Dow Jones when 10 o'clock starts and see if we get any reversal. If you guys haven't, took a second out and smash that thumbs up, smash it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We do daily updates on here. We're really getting back into it this year a lot harder. We slacked off for about a year and a half, 2 years. Got burnt out after doing a video literally every day for 5 years. Now we're not doing it on the weekends as much unless there's an emergency video or something crazy's happening with crypto or something. But Monday through Friday, again, our members' videos will be members' lives, members only lives in the evenings, 2 to 3 times a week. Gold was cranking, I seen. So gold, if you've been watching, our first target was this 29.40, but with the possibility going up to the 1618 at 32. I've had these targets forever up here. We'll see what happens. If this can be support here and it can continue up, we may see a huge run up to this 32.9. Either way, though, I do see a big pullback coming for it if traditional markets crash like I believe they're going to. What's up, Exact? Thanks, Bear. How much is the membership? I think it's like $4. And I only do that just to keep the garbage out of there so we can, have a smaller group and, really go over stuff and talk. How about silver? Is it going to $50? Silver, I have 35.43 if that breaks 39.78-ish. And this is all one big rising channel, so we'll see how that plays out. But I don't see 50 as of right now. We'll see what happens with the rest of the markets. Sonic? What's Sonic? Are you talking about Sonic the crypto? Which exchange is here? Showing some hidden bearish divergence here. This looks like a rising wedge in the RSI also. But again, it's a crypto, so whatever the markets do today, it'll take Bitcoin with it, which will take altcoins. Ken Dexter said, new gold price record today. Yes, a dead cat bounce, crypto and gold picking. MU Micron stock. Micron. In the 4 hour. Wow. It almost looks like a crypto. Oh, what do we got here? Alexandra. Hey, thanks for going in the membership. Much appreciated. I'll see you in the next members group. What's up, Robert? Big boss man. All right, so taking a look at that MU. Well, there's a pretty obvious trend here, right? Just simple. Obviously, I'm not following this. I don't even know what this stock is, but this definitely could be an ABC correction with much further down to go. The areas you're going to want to watch. Let's do this. Want to get super bearish on this? You would have to obviously break your low. You break that low at 83, you could be going down as low as like 52, 53 bucks. If it breaks up here past 107, you could get as high as 141. And you can see there's a huge volume range in there, but let's look at it in the daily. See if I can get a better look at it. 4 hours. Yeah, this thing is definitely trying to make a base here, but if this falls out, it's gonna be pretty drastic in my opinion. You check Sol again. Didn't we just look at Solana here a little bit ago and showed you where the do it though? Go into Sol. Solana, and I apologize if I don't get to you guys now that everybody's asking for stuff. I don't know that I'll get to it all, but I will try. Coinbase right here. So here's Sol, as you guys know, looking for this 27. Obviously, unless it can get back above this 175-ish, get back in this channel, I'm still bearish here to about 27 bucks. Of course, you're going to get rallies. It doesn't mean it goes straight down like I've been explaining. I sold all my nuggets collected over 20 years, a half a year ago, bought crypto, mostly ADA. Gotcha. Mostly ADA. Be careful with ADA, man. Be careful with all alts. I mean, if the traditional markets keep pumping up, then altcoins and crypto are gonna keep pumping up too. As for like an altcoin season, like the old times, I think there's far too many shitcoins out there now for that to happen. But if the traditional markets are able to maintain and keep pushing up, running on fumes, I guess crypto will do the same thing. But if reality sets in, I think these markets are heading way, way down. And I heard a thing, somebody talking the other day about saying that Trump is doing this on purpose to get the Fed to lower rates so it can refinance, America's its deficit and at a 1 to 0%, which I mean could be, but that you're going to hear all kinds of reasons why it went down if it continues down, right? Like they're saying all the bad stuff about Tesla, and that's what's making the stock go down, because I mean we had way lower levels for Tesla for a long time. Somebody said BTC dropping. Traditional markets are still pumping. And what time is it? Ooh, 10 o'clock. Get in here. Ooh, they pumped, and now they're going lower. They went up pretty high there for a second. Let's go into the minutes and see what happened at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, 9:55, pretty close. Let's see if it breaks this high here. That might have been the 10 o'clock reversal because it was in a major upswing and now downside, but we'll see what happens here. What time was this? Ooh, this was 10 o'clock, so it might have been the reversal here into the upside. We'll see. Hey, Savvy, can you take a look at gold and I just looked at gold. If you go back a little bit, famous dose. Somebody else asked for something. You check PTLR. Okay, we looked at Sol. Let's look at PTLR. PTLR. Nothing's coming up. Oh, PLTR. Dyslexic. I think I remember you asking about this a long, long time ago. Obviously, they got nice hype pump here, closed the gap. They got another gap way down here, about $46. That's a pretty big gap too. You can see how this one closed. Obviously, it's probably going to follow the markets also, but as of right now, you still got this gap down here I would be concerned about. Right there between the 41 and 48. You are getting some bullish divergence here, but again, it's I guess it's still an uptrend if you're looking at the daily chart. Getting some bullish divergence on the daily chart here. Going to the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, it looks like pretty much just exaggerated divergence. And we'll see what happens here, but the 4 hour seems like the RSI is resetting, making higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. So just be careful there. Back over to the stocks. Damn, 412. Why did that not? Oh, okay. Here we go. So the 10 o'clock reversal might have been this little downside and then reverse to the upside. But again, let's see if it breaks this high up here. We all knew crypto would be a bumpy ride, but overall zooming outward. For now, Ken. It all depends on traditionals now. Like I said, if traditionals continue to the downside, of course, they're going to have rally days. But if we get something like this, there's no way in hell Bitcoin, crypto, anything's going to hold up. Not to say Bitcoin's going to die, but it'll get much, much lower, just like gold. When the markets crash, gold crashes, silver crashes, everything crashes with it. Go look at the charts yourself. When the markets really are in a bear market, everything goes down. Everything. All right, guys. So make sure you guys smash the thumbs up. I do appreciate you stopping in. I am going to get off of here now, and I will see you guys in the Discord, those that join Discord. Follow me on X and check out the sponsors, Prime XBT and BITUNIX, if you guys are into trading. If you're into trading traditionals and Forex, check out Prime. If you're more into altcoins and things like that, check out BITUNIX. Both of them have bonuses if you use my links down below. I do appreciate you guys stopping in. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I will see you Monday unless something crazy happens. I'll pop a video up, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel and smash that thumbs up and hit your notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. It will notify you whenever I post a live or a recorded video or whatever. So, all right, guys, have a great one. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.